Hello, gorgeous people, and welcome to another TV Central one-on-one podcast. I'm Aaron Ryan. This is episode 28, 2024. Samantha Jade became a household name after winning the X Factor in 2012. She is one of Australia's greatest singing sensations with a long string of hits, including What You've Done to Me, Up and Bounce. The multi-talented Samantha has shown off her acting prowess, starring as Kylie Minogue in the TV miniseries In Excess, Never Tear Us Apart, as well as guest role in Home and Away. Samantha has proven that she can sing and act, but her time on Dancing with the Stars would also prove she can definitely dance. With the Dancing with the Stars season now over, Samantha was happy to drop by for a chat. Samantha Jade from Dancing with the Stars, thank you for joining me at TV Central.
Oh, thank you for having me.
What an amazing experience for you, I'm sure. You must be so proud. It only pipped at the post in the end on dancing.
Oh my gosh, honestly, it's been one of the best experiences of my life. Truly, I really came into this show at a bit of a lull in my confidence and belief in myself, and I really left a different person. It just really, really built me up, and I'll be forever grateful for that.
Hmm. Why was there a little lull in your confidence?
I think as artists, we go in and out of, having moments and also just in and out of believing in yourself. Sometimes things are going great. Sometimes you're like, oh, does anyone care if I put out anything? It's just the way it is. It's the industry we chose. It's a tough one. It's not for the faint of heart. So, taking on a new project like dancing at the first kind of week was very daunting because I was like, oh my God, what have I done? It's so much to kind of change your whole idea of life at the time, because I was like, I've danced before, I do some dancing in my shows. It is not the same at all. Ballroom and Latin are a world of their own. So yeah, I'm so glad I took the challenge. I mean, it's literally been one of the best things for me.
Well, let me pick you up with that because people often do say that singers do have a distinct advantage. I suppose because they have some dance experience moving on stage and being able to feel the music. I mean, I'm pretty sure you haven't done the cha-cha at any of your performances, but do you think there's even a smaller advantage for someone like you on the show?
I mean, I'm sure, if you ask Paulini or Phil or Lisa, then yeah, of course, we would all say, we definitely are performers. And there's a certain amount of choreography that we know and have learnt, absolutely, versus Shane Crawford, who's been on the footy field, and Ben, definitely. But then again, ballroom and Latin, completely different. I never knew how to move like that, so yeah, I think obviously there's always an advantage if you've, gotten over your stage fright too. We've all performed on stages before.
Yeah. What's the hardest part of dancing? I mean, from a viewer point of view, it always seems like that unnatural head tilt, like when you're doing something like the quick step.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's the weirdest position. And you have to look really comfortable in it. And it's really not comfortable. Like my neck, I'd go home and be like, oh my God, my neck's so sore. But it's once you get it, it's like, oh, okay. A lot of it is like that. Takes a really long time to get. And then once you actually sit in it, you just feel so great. And then you keep wanting to get better and better and better and better. And it becomes a game of really competing against yourself.
Mm. When you're doing these dances, you're obviously thinking about steps, your performance. But I mean, that samba, you look like you were just having heaps of fun. Were you actually able to enjoy it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I really think every performance I was able to enjoy up until the very last one. I think that the burlesque one was kind of like I was just so nervous, and you don't have as much time with that one to put that one together. So it was, and you don't know if you're going to do it, right? You don't know if you think you're probably not going to be able to do your grand finale performance. So yeah, I mean the samba was just such a fun costume, a fun set, and I just had to really, the character I was playing was really that, the kind of just fun loving girl, on the street, on the dancing, and she's grown up dancing. Like, there's stories for every character. It's something I think people don't know. There's so much acting involved in dancing, and so I really loved to take on those roles.
Mm. That freestyle dance in the finale, sexy, fun, great use of that picture frame. It was my favorite performance. I mean, was it your favorite dance? But I know that you had a lot of pressure, you were saying.
I definitely think, that one was so great because it was a combination of all the styles. So there was a little quick step in there, there was a little foxtrot in there was a little samba in there, even cha-cha. So we kind of, that was exciting and fun and also tough because those are such different styles. So going in and out of those styles is like really hard. But I loved it. Yeah, I felt like I was in a movie musical, which has always been my dream.
Yeah, it was awesome. For this show, I just pictured that you would be fun, the firecracker of the show, but you were definitely upstaged by someone called Gustavo. Um, he's super competitive, super excited, just like a jelly bean. How did you keep up with his energy?
Oh my God, his energy is fantastic. I've never met anyone like him in my life. He really is. He is a firecracker. That's a great word. You know what? I'm really like up and I'm always pretty even with my mood. But I can get like quite shy. And people probably don't know that about me, but unless I'm performing, I am a little bit more reserved. So his energy was very needed. I think it was really nice. It
Hmm.
really worked. He was the chaos and I was the calm. And we just kind of balanced each other out. And truly, in those rehearsal days, when it's 8 hours of you being on your feet, going over the same moves, and you really are at the end of the day and you're like, I don't think I can pull another one out. He would really give me, first of all, the confidence and also just the energy. I think by the end of the show, he was probably so tired because I took a lot of his energy. I was like, I need it.
He is so much fun. I think I always talk to obviously the celebs on the show. I feel like doing a chat with Gustavo. He looks
Oh,
so much fun.
you definitely should. You absolutely should. He is a riot. He's hilarious.
Yeah. All right, you must have known early on that you could be a favorite at least. Was there even a little bit of competitiveness with winner Lisa McCune?
No, not at all. Truly, I wish I could say, "Oh my gosh, yes," but no. We really, all of us were so just backstage. First of all, all of us are out of our comfort zones, so we all really understand what we're feeling, and everyone would watch. So there would be a little TV backstage, and we would all watch each other's performances and film it on our phones so we could see it after, and take photos for each other, and it was such a beautiful feeling backstage. Honestly, there wasn't any rivalry. Everyone, I think, was more competitive with themselves, and I think as well for the the celebrity. We wanted to do well for our dance partners. This is what they do, and so we wanted to make sure that for them we were doing the best that we could. All the technique they taught us. I think it was really more about that.
Mm. I mean, often in these seasons, I hear that real close bonding that people get within the cast. Have you formed new friendships outside of Gustavo? Of course. I did read on Perth Now, sort of forming a friendship with Ben Cousins, who of course is from WA as well.
Oh my God, love Ben. I remember meeting him I mean, of course knew who he was. And then he was like, "Hi Samantha. I'm Ben." I'm like, "Yeah, oh I know." And then he was like, I love your work. I love what you do." And I was like, "Wait, hang on. Ben Cousins knows who I am." I thought that was very cool. So did my dad. My brothers and my dad were not responding to many pictures I'd sent them. And then the selfie of Ben Cousins and me, they were like, "Oh my God," freaking out. But he was so lovely. I mean, everyone was lovely. Nikki Osborne, we I think that I don't know why, but she was like, "I think they're trying to make us like be rivals and like not like each other." She's like, I can't, we're friends." I'm like, "Oh my God, we're totally friends." And we would like have Red Bull backstage together and share lollies. And yeah, it was just a really warm cast. It was a really, really lovely experience. Everyone was there to support each other. Shane Crawford was just awesome. I mean, I had a gig, one of my shows during the filming, and like Adam, Shane, some of who else came? Adam, Shane, oh Ashley, Gustavo, like they all came to support me, and I just thought that was so sweet.
Hey, just a couple of questions about your career. Some people think that you started big after your win on the X Factor, but you were off to LA in around 2003, I think, weren't you? And
Yeah.
signed with a US record label in 2004, and recorded the title track for the Step Up movie. So tell me about that, because it didn't all start after the X Factor.
Oh no, I've been doing this a very long time. Um, I think I got signed when I was for the first time to a production company when I was 16, 15, 16. So by the time I'd won X Factor, which was when I was 25, I'd been in the industry for like 10 years. So it had been a really long time coming for me. And it's been a very long journey of extreme highs and downs. But I really always go back to the fact of I love my craft. I love to sing. That's what my soul loves. If there's anything I can go back to, it's always just, give me a room with a piano or a guitar in it and just let me sing, And I also am so grateful for the support I have. There's moments where I'm like, no one will care. And then I get these messages on Instagram and Facebook from people going, when's your next record coming out? We love, Sweet Talk, or
Mm,
oh my gosh, Soldier, or even like the songs that weren't the singles. That's what really gets me. And I think, God, I'm so lucky that people really want to hear what I'm doing. It's never lost on me.
mm. Well, we could go back even further than 16. You started modeling at 4. Um,
Yes.
and of course you're a singer, and of course an actor in Beneath the Blue, Never Tear Us Apart, Home and Away. You've even been on Celebrity Apprentice. I imagine your first love is music, but do you just have a passion for the arts? Because you could do anything: model, television, movies, singing, dance, whatever.
Oh my gosh, modeling, maybe not. I did not grow tall enough. Maybe some face modeling, hand modeling. Yeah, I love the arts. I love every aspect of it. I love performance. I think, it is an art form. It's my favorite art form. I think, singing obviously is my number one, but I love acting. It's a whole different bag. But I genuinely, truly, the arts is what makes me come alive. And I really think with doing this, with dancing, I'm so glad there's a show for dancing, because dancers are unbelievable and they're often not the front. They're often behind people. And it's beautiful to see that art form is really being highlighted, because it's one of the most beautiful art forms.
Mm. Well, would it be fair to say that your resilience level and determination, is high? I mean, you had success, you've gone to America, you've come back. I read that tragically your mum passed away. You moved back to Perth, you've gone back to Sydney. Do you just ride the opportunities life takes you, or do you set goals? I'm just imagine that you would have a lot of determination and resilience.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm lucky enough to have incredible support around me, people that are there for the ups and the downs, and really that's where you truly see who your real friends are. Um, and those are the people, those are the pillars that I, lean on. I feel like, yeah, it's been really, really tough, truly. It's the highlight reel, Instagram and Facebook and all the things. I don't want to be like, let's dwell on the sadness. I like to keep it upbeat, but there are moments that are really tough and that have been really tough. Obviously, losing my mum's been the hardest thing in the entire world. And that puts everything else into perspective. Losses in the music industry and losses that I thought were losses aren't really losses when you lose something like that. So I think that I always go back to my people, and that's what keeps me going.
Yeah. So just moving forward, will dance be part of your life moving forward? A bit of Viennese waltz at home?
You know what? I really miss it. Like, I genuinely, Jess Raffer, who's one of the dancers on the show,
Mm.
she does like a Zoom kind of class. So I'm going to definitely be joining that. I feel like I might incorporate definitely some of the samba moves into my shows moving forward. But yeah, I truly I fell in love with dancing on this show, and I truly feel that I would love to continue it in some way or another, because it really gets you. You really get the bug.
Yeah. And then finally, Samantha, what's next for you?
So next I've got my EP comes out on Friday the 16th, which is very exciting. It's called Love
Woohoo!
Sick Volume 2. Yes. So I'm very excited about that. I'm actually going to be in Perth. Um, possibly popping up to do a little performance. So make sure you look at my Insta.
I
But it'd
will.
be really nice to be home for that with my family. And then a few things that I can't talk about, but a few things on the back end of the year as well. So yeah, lots going on this year. I don't see many holidays in sight, but I'll leave that for maybe January.
Well, Sam, what a performance of Dancing with the Stars. So much energy. Between watching you and Gustavo, I was nearly out of breath. You, you should be so proud, as the audience are of you and how you represent Australia with such integrity, warmth, and super talent. I hope a tour is not far off, and can't wait to see what's next. And we'll pop in to where you are in Perth next. Samantha Jade, thank you for joining me at TV Central.
Thank you so much. So nice to talk to you. That was such a great interview. Thank you.
You're welcome. That was the gorgeous, adorable, talented, and dance superstar Samantha Jade. You can find her on Instagram, her exact name, Samantha Jade. And she has her own website, which is samanthajadeofficial.com. You can watch the whole season of Dancing with the Stars on 7 Plus. Well, that's it for another TV Central 101 podcast. For all the latest television news, streaming info, ratings, cinema movie reviews, TV guides, and podcasts, head to tvcentral.com.au. But for now, I'm Aaron Ryan. Thanks to the lovely Samantha Jade. Bye for now.